Welcome back, episode 18, MG, the BOD. Week 1's in the books. What'd you think about it?
Well, the Bills are 1-0, Joe, so I'm a happy man.
And there you have it, Week 1 summed up because the Bills won.
Thanks for stopping by.
Gabbola, everybody. All in all, I thought it was a good week. We learned some things.
A lot of injuries.
Oh, too many.
A lot of injuries.
Too many.
Every time I looked at the screen, somebody was down.
Yeah, the biggest one obviously being Dez.
Huge.
A lot of fantasy teams are hurting after Week 1. I love the surprising St. Louis beating Seattle. That was wonderful.
A lot of points scored for those two defenses.
Absolutely. You had an end around, some special teams points. It was good to see not just the defense being so productive there, the offense, special teams really putting up points is nice to see every once in a while.
But our boy Jay Fish got the win.
That's all that really matters, I think. And also, back to your Bills, Indy, a big step backwards.
I'll be very honest with you. I'm going to talk to you now as MG and the BOD, as a YouTube, radio, sports talk
sensation.
Host. I'm not going to talk to you as a Bills fan. I was shocked that they shut down Andrew Luck the way they did. The first touchdown came like 52 seconds in the third quarter.
Yes.
They shut him down. One of the top two, him and Rodgers are probably the top two quarterbacks in the league. They shut him down.
I went against him in fantasy.
I was very impressed. I was
thrilled. I was thankful.
Big test this week, though, with the Patriots.
No doubt. Who's going to guard Gronk? What's going to happen?
Hopefully 3 people.
3 people?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Before we get into the Week 2 picks and some fantasy players who we like, I want to tell you to go visit coffeetalkradio.com/football. And, of course, people who we really appreciate, Dynasty Sports Empire. All your fantasy needs, whatever you need, they will take care of it for you. First off, Week 1.
Right here, my back's right here.
No, I'm not shaking your hand.
Oh, you want to shake it?
Back. You're disgusting. You're probably sweating.
I am sweating. A little bit.
But I want to shake your hand.
I'll pat myself.
Matt, that's better off. Matt got 10 right, average. I went up below average. I got
10 right out of 16 games.
All right.
You people need to tune in to MG and the BOD.
Or email us. What's the email?
mgandthebod@yahoo.com. It's right there in the bottom.
We get no spam or junk. Email us.
Yeah, we love spam and junk.
10
right, and you know what, Joe? I gotta give you credit too. You got 9 right. I mean,
I lost Week 1 to you. That's how I look.
You lost.
Right.
You lost. I mean, I'm 1 game better than you right now, currently in the standings.
I'm going to destroy you this week. That was my goal.
My point being is that we're 2 experts. You need to listen to us.
Right. I totally agree. With that said, good segue. Week 2 picks. Here we go. You should know, obviously, Matt and I, although you may think so, this is not our day job. We're coming to you a little bit late. We both did take Kansas City, so that expert's title may be going
We will be honest with you. We could have very easily told you we took Denver.
But we're honest people.
And I took Kansas City.
Ditto.
Okay. So we're 0-1.
Right, so things are still the same. First game we'll get into is Tennessee visiting Cleveland. Cleveland is giving 1.5. Who do you like?
Tennessee, let's talk about Marcus Mariota real quick. Was it an anomaly Week 1? I mean, obviously this guy cannot throw 4 touchdowns and have a perfect quarterback rating for the entire year.
Right.
But having said that, I was pretty impressed.
Tampa's D looked terrible.
I think, you know what it was? Was it how good Mariota was, or was it how bad Tampa's defense was?
It was a
little bit of both.
Compliment of both.
A little bit of both.
But we still like Mariota over Winston, not just in the game, but in the career.
In life.
Right. So with that said, who are you taking?
I'm gonna take Tennessee again.
You're taking Tennessee. I'm taking Cleveland. They're home, coming off of a bad loss. Johnny Football, he's ready to go. Tennessee still doesn't impress me, and I still like.
I'm not impressed by either.
I really like Cleveland's defense.
Well, I love Cleveland's defense.
Right. Tennessee, I think Bishop Sankey gets eaten up. Kendall Wright had a good Week 1. He may be guarded by Joe Hayden. Fantasy issues, I think so.
I think it's going to be a close game. Again, it's only 1.5 points.
Right. You go to the dog pound, you get eaten up.
I will take.
That's what happens.
So we differ on that one. Right. Next game, Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, the spread is 10.5.
It's a lot of points.
New Orleans is giving 10.5 to Tampa Bay.
It's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. New Orleans wins, does not cover. I'm going Tampa Bay.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Joe. New Orleans wins the game, but 10.5 in the NFL. Listen, this is not the NCAA. This is not college. 10.5 is a lot of points.
With that said, this could be the highest scoring game of the week.
Do we agree that Tampa Bay is not going to be as terrible as last week?
Agreed, and New Orleans defense is not good.
Okay.
That's why
I agree with
that's going to happen. But I'm taking Tampa with the points.
We both have Tampa.
Right, because of the points.
Plus 10.5.
Moving on, Matt. This is Matt's game of the week for obvious reasons. The Patriots of New England visit the Bills of Buffalo. Buffalo is giving half a point. Who do you got?
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a complete opposite.
Well, let's just make one thing clear here. For the entire duration of the season, I'm not going to pick against Buffalo. So that's just how I do it.
Well, that's thinking with your heart, not your head.
Well, listen, out of every game, one game I think with my heart.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, but also using my head, I do think Buffalo is going to win this game. I think
agree.
Rex Ryan, as a coach of the New York Jets, flustered Tom Brady. Not that the Jets won all the time, because they didn't, but he always gave them a competitive game, and he always mixed up the defensive packages. And not that he confused Brady, because it's very hard to confuse Tom Brady, but he gave Brady a hard time.
Right, absolutely.
And
he's got a more talented defense.
As I was just going to say, with that talent on Buffalo, I think he is going to, because Pittsburgh's defense isn't great,
right.
and that was a fairly close game. It was a 7-point game. I think Buffalo wins this game.
I agree. Buffalo covers. They get the win at home, and this will be LaShawn McCoy's coming out party as a Bill. I think he's going to run all over because you control the clock, you win the game.
D'Angelo Williams ran for 127 yards against this New England defense.
So LaShawn McCoy should be able to do that.
Yeah, he should run for 1,000 yards.
That'd be a lot.
That's a record.
Moving on, so we both like Buffalo there. Arizona visits the abysmal Chicago Bears. Chicago is getting 2.5 at home.
I'll be honest with you, Joe. I agree with you, abysmal. But for a second there last week, I feared for your life. Because they gave Green Bay a game. I understand that the final score wasn't indicative of that. But they did give Green Bay a competitive battle, more competitive than I thought it would be.
Green Bay played very poorly, but this week they got to keep an eye on Alshon Jeffrey. He's clearly not 100%.
No, definitely not.
That's their number one go-to guy. With that said, I think Marquise Wilson, if you need a bye week, an injury filler, Marquise Wilson is the guy to go with. With that said, I'm not ever going to pick Chicago.
Me either.
Arizona destroys them badly, I think.
Arizona was one of the, in week 1, was one of the few teams that I was very impressed with.
John Brown, top 10 receiver this week.
Oh, this week?
This week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the whole year.
No, this week. Chicago doesn't play defense anymore.
Chicago doesn't play any defense.
So we both like Arizona.
We're both on Arizona for that game.
The 49ers, the surprise non-pick of week 1, they go to Pittsburgh, coming off of a loss. Pittsburgh is giving 6.5.
Listen, I was so wrong on the 49ers last week. I'll be a man and admit it. I thought Minnesota was going to destroy San Francisco. And San Fran pretty much handedly beat them.
Yeah.
Having said that, I got to go Pittsburgh here.
Yeah, Pittsburgh covers this. Pittsburgh's first home game of the year.
6.5. I got to say they win by a touchdown.
It's week 1 that San Francisco played great. I'm not ready to say that either of us were wrong with that because it's only one game.
We're wrong week 1 is what.
Oh, okay, fine.
That's what I meant.
Fine.
They're still going to win
be a
4
bad
games.
Team. I'll stick to 2. Still, they're not a good football team. So we both like Pittsburgh there to cover. Jeff Fisher, the Rams, stout defense. They visit the Redskins in FedEx Field. Washington is a home dog, getting 3.5. I mean, St. Louis.
Well,
all the way.
I agree with you, St. Louis, but you also have to. Washington against Miami, I was very shocked that Miami struggled as mightily as they did with that team. With Kirk Cousins as quarterback, and with that defense in Miami, you let Alfred Morris, who is the king of rushing for 99 yards and never getting that 100-yard bonus, he ran for over $1.
Yeah, he ran for 127, I think the number was, but St. Louis is too good of a football team.
Agreed, wholeheartedly. All I'm saying is that I'm very shocked.
Washington.
I don't believe anything.
They played better than what we thought.
Better than I expected.
But I
expected Miami to blow the doors off of them.
Well, week 1 again, I'm sure both teams will get better, but Washington will not win. St. Louis covers.
So we're both on St. Louis.
Yeah, and you get Trey Mason back this week if you're a Rams fan, which is nice to see.
I'm just waiting to see Gurley.
Yeah, he'll be back next week or the week after. San Diego, off of a big win at home versus the Lions, they now go and play the Bengals in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's given 3.5. Cincinnati looked pretty good.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Talk about impressive teams.
They played a bad team.
Not that Oakland's that great.
Right, but still.
But everybody contributed. Sound football.
That's what you look for, consistency. Now, will they be able to stop Keenan Allen?
No, that's why I picked San Diego.
Okay, well, I picked Cincinnati to cover. I think they do put Drake Kirkpatrick on him. I think Cincinnati at home is going to be too good. Phillip Rivers locking it down right now. At least 2 interceptions.
All right. So we differ there.
We differ there. J.J. Watt leads the Houston Texans into Carolina. What do you think?
I think Carolina's in for a very long day. Minus Luke Kuechly.
Yep.
With a concussion.
Huge.
He is not only the heart and soul of their defense, he is their defense.
He's arguably the best defensive player in the NFL.
He's unbelievable. I don't think Carolina has a shot.
I think you see Greg Olsen take a big step because he's going to be relied on. Houston will know that, but they'll try to contain him. Ryan Mallett starting for Houston. I think that Houston...
Which he should have been starting from week 1.
That's
just his immaturity is so overwhelming that nobody understands it.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien said it best. You're 27, you're a man. Grow up.
It's unbelievable because the guy has...
If that happened to us, we're fired.
Well, yeah, but not on MG in the bottom.
Right, no.
We're very immature here.
Right.
Yeah.
I should come late to the show because it needs a lot of help, apparently.
But he has all the talent in the world, is what I was trying to say. All the talent in the world. Get your head out of your ass,
No
Ryan
doubt.
Mallett.
No doubt.
That's what I'm saying.
So we both like Houston there. Atlanta, coming off of a last-minute win versus Philly, visits the New York Giants, who just...
Coming out a last-minute loss.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Giants just... No, I'm sorry, I was right. Atlanta won against Philly. The Giants lost in the last second, which... They need to have an intervention there.
Listen, my Giants pick, I said they're going to win the NFC East. I still stand behind that. I should be sitting at 1-0 right now as my pick for the Giants. They blew that game. Eli Manning, what are you doing stopping the clock?
It's just bad quarterback play.
Oh, my God.
But we know a lot of Giants fans love that new contract they gave him, $84 million.
Listen,
to not score a touchdown, to throw an incomplete pass with no timeouts.
Listen, don't.
Terrible.
It's still Eli
Terrible.
Manning. He still gave you 2 rings.
The defense gave us 2 rings. That's a whole other story, though. The Giants giving 2.5. I am taking the Giants, even though I just bashed them.
I'm taking the Giants too. Although I was very impressed with Atlanta's defense against a high-powered Phillies offense.
They did look good, Dan Quinn. You said that.
Atlanta was going to win that division, and you guys all laughed at me.
I mean, Julio Jones.
It's only one game, I get it. Julio Jones is the best receiver in football.
Is on another
best receiver in
planet.
football.
He's on another planet. How good is he?
He's unbelievable.
It's disgusting, but we like the Giants. Detroit visits Minnesota, NFC North matchup. Minnesota giving 3.5 to Detroit. Detroit.
They blew that game against San Diego.
They did. Both of these teams underperformed clearly, but Detroit had a lead in that San Diego game. A pretty good one too, I think.
Yeah, it was like 21-3, I think.
Right. Detroit's going to win this game in Minnesota.
Oh, Detroit's definitely winning this game. Especially with what Minnesota showed me on Monday night against the awful San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah. I'm definitely going Detroit.
I'm definitely going Detroit.
Detroit's just a better team, I think, all around. Minnesota needs more time to gel, as was shown on Monday Night Football. Baltimore, with no Terrell Suggs.
You know what? I'm so upset.
He's awesome to watch.
He's sizzling. I'm so upset.
I know, he's so good. He's a guy you want on your team.
Listen, he's another heart and soul of that defense.
No doubt. And you took it right out of him. Baltimore visits Oakland. Oakland, a home dog. They're getting 7.5.
Way too many points.
So that means you're taking Oakland.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Okay, I'm taking Baltimore too. Oakland, Derek Carr's banged up. They look terrible.
I thought they were trending upwards for
They played a good team, though.
This year. They played a very good team.
They just didn't show any competitiveness.
Not that I think they're going to light the world on fire, but I was expecting so much more out of that team. They played so flat against the Bengals and got destroyed. They got destroyed. I'm taking Baltimore too. They got destroyed.
Baltimore to cover, and I think Justin Forsett runs all over. Moving on, the Dolphins, who you're a little down on, visit the Jacksonville Jaguars, led by T.J. Yeldon. Jacksonville, another home dog. A lot of home dogs this week. Getting 6.5. Miami, plain and simple. Miami. Jacksonville will not be able to stop Jarvis Landry.
Strictly based on what Miami showed me against Washington, and again, it's only 1 week. I understand it. Miami could come out and blow the doors off Jacksonville. I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but Miami struggled with one of the worst teams in football, in my opinion, and I think Jacksonville is on the up and up.
But again, it's week 1, first time really hitting a different team that matters.
I'll take 6.5 points. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. I think Miami and Joe Philbin, they come out fired up. Jarvis Landry, I thought it was. I didn't think he would be as consistent as he is. He's a pretty impressive kid.
He's a very good.
He's a
player.
very good football player. I like him a lot. Moving on, Dallas, the Cowboys. God, I can't stand them. They visit the Philadelphia Eagles and Lincoln Financial.
I can't stand both of these teams.
Philly is giving 5.5 to Dallas. No Des Bryant. I'm taking Philly with the points.
For what reason? What showed you on Monday night that they were anything impressive?
Well, it's another week to get better.
Okay.
They're healthy, and Dallas doesn't have Des Bryant, and that defense looked terrible.
I'm going with Dallas.
Okay,
I'm going
fine.
with Dallas. I'm putting my faith in that offensive line, and I think that they're going to give Romo time.
Didn't your boy Kiko have a pick?
Oh, yeah, he did have a pick.
Point in case.
Well, I love Kiko.
Point in case.
I think that offensive line in Dallas is going to give Tony Romo so much time that, again, they're going to really obviously really miss Dez, but they're going to give him so much time to make decisions back there that I think Romo will pick down Parker.
I don't know if this is so much of a bold prediction. Maybe. I don't know. DeMarco Murray, Darren Sproles, Ryan Matthews will all have over 70 all-purpose yards, each one.
It's not that bold.
I mean, it's 210.
Sproles might get that on returns.
Okay, take the returns out. Take the returns out.
He said all-purpose.
Okay, take the returns out, though.
Listen,
Receiving and rushing. They each get over 70.
I wasn't impressed by DeMarco Murray at all. I'm sorry.
Well,
everybody drafted him in the first round. I wasn't impressed. Again, week 1. I wasn't impressed week 1. Sproles did impress me, though, but he does it every year.
Yeah.
He does it every year.
He's like the ageless.
It's like your height. He does it every year. But your height and like this. A little bit thinner.
The athleticism, though, is very equal.
Well, it's... No.
Well, I'm clearly tanner than he is. We all know that. I like Philly. You like Dallas. Another one I'm going to be right on. Moving along.
Joe, who won week 1?
You did 10-9.
Okay, so shut up. I felt bad for you. So shut up until you win a week.
I felt bad for you.
Shut up until you win a week.
I tried to do the right thing for you, get your hopes up, whatever. I lost. Sunday Night Football. The Seahawks of Seattle visit the frozen tundra that's not so frozen. Oh, God, we cannot beat this team the last 3 years.
No, they have your number.
Not this
Hopefully
year.
there's no onside kicks.
Not this year. Oh,
Hopefully there's no onside kicks.
You went there? Really? I would never say like anything to bring up painful.
Is Bostic going to be at the game?
He's not even on a team.
I know. Is he going to be in the stands?
No, he's nowhere. He's not allowed in Green Bay. Nowhere near. He's not even allowed in Wisconsin.
I'm not blaming the kid. It wasn't.
I didn't blame the kid.
Should never even got to that point.
You brought it up. I'm just saying.
All right, we're getting off tangent here. The problem is that they have a problem.
Green Bay lost their starting right tackle Brian Bulaga for 6 weeks. Huge loss because Seattle's pass rush is still very, very good. No Cam Chancellor, so you're probably going to see the Packers try to exploit Deion Bailey with matchups with Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb. Earl Thomas, best safety in the league.
Great.
Richard Sherman plays one side. Put somebody there just to keep him out and play 10-on-10 football if you can. And I like Green Bay covering the 3.5 at home.
I'm going to take Seattle. 90% of me thinks Seattle's going to win the game. The other 10% is just to annoy you.
Okay, well, that just proves how much I don't like you.
Okay, well, that's why we're a team.
I'm taking Green Bay.
No, in all seriousness, though, I do think Seattle. I think Green Bay's going to have trouble stopping Marshawn.
They'd have trouble stopping everybody. It's terrible.
Their defense is, it's not bad, but it's suspect. I would say suspect.
That's a fair word to use.
I just think Seattle's is a better team right now.
Okay, listen, I don't even think
Green Bay's the best team in the league.
I don't think Marshawn Lynch is
right
the problem.
now, in week 2, I think that Seattle is going to respond from that loss in St. Louis.
Fair enough. I think they're going to drop to 0-2. I don't even think Marshawn Lynch is probably though. He'll probably rush for over 100 yards. I have no idea who's going to guard Jimmy Graham. No idea.
That's a problem, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
It's a big problem.
But when you have the best quarterback in football, it makes up for it. So that's why I have the Packers covering the spread there with 3.5. Monday Night Football, I know we differ. We spoke about it before the show. The Jets visit Lucas Oil Stadium in the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck is already giving the Jets 7.5 points.
That's going to go up.
I like the Jets a lot.
Why?
Because the Colts are a team in array.
You think the Colts are going to lose back-to-back games?
Seat. For whatever reason, I have no idea.
Well, he's on a hot seat because Bruce Arians did everything with him that 1 year.
They have a crazy owner.
Well, they do have he is a nut job.
He's a nut job. Pagano deserves a new contract.
I like Pagano. I think Pagano's a good coach.
He's an excellent
But you can't dismiss the fact that the year that he was out due to illness, Bruce Arians
That was 2 years ago. What about last year?
I'm just saying.
When they went to the NFC Championship.
I'm just saying. Bruce
Right,
Arians.
okay.
But everybody goes back to that to 2 years ago because that's when they were unstoppable. Really. Last year.
They went to the NFC Championship.
I understand they went to the. I understand that, Joe. They got
beat
blown
Denver
out in the AFC Championship game.
Oh, come on, though. They were a young team. The last 4 years, last 3 years, they lost in the divisional round. I mean, the wild card, the divisional round, and the NFC Championship game.
They're a great team. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. They're a great team. My pen just broke.
That's how excited you are.
They're a great team.
On that trend, they should go to the Super Bowl. They're a good team.
There's no way they're losing to the Jets.
Well, hold on. I didn't say lose.
Oh.
I said they're going to cover.
You think they're going to win the game?
I think the Jets can win the game, actually.
What's the final score?
The Jets, 24. The Colts, 20.
So they lose the game.
Yes, they do.
You just said you don't think they're going to lose the game.
No, I said that I think they could be they're a Super Bowl team, the Colts. I don't think they're going to win this game.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to cover.
It's going to be Indianapolis 38, the Jets 17. Yeah.
That's a lot of points versus.
Yeah, with no Cromartie, yes.
They still have Revis and an excellent front seven.
Okay, don't pass to Revis' side. The Colts are going to come out on fire.
Okay.
Joe, you heard it here first.
Well, I'm with you. I know where I heard it. I'm going to take the Jets. I think they match up well with Indy. Obviously, Indy can definitely win this game at home, coming over a bad loss to Matt's Bills. But I like the Jets. I think they're going to surprise some people.
All right, so we differ on a couple things.
All right, there you have it, week 2. We'll see what happens. We'll let you know who wins. We're going to try to come back to you sometime next week. We will let you know. Closing thoughts?
Not much, Joe. I mean, I hope week 2 is less injury plague as week 1.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, fantasy-wise and in life-wise, lost a lot of people to injuries.
You want to cheers to a Packers-Bills potential Super Bowl?
Yeah, in week 2?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Let's get it done.
The Bills' defense would destroy Aaron.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good luck with that. Listen, there you have it. Week 2. Gonna come at you this Sunday. Can't wait for it. Everybody's pumped up. And remember, we definitely don't know everything.
However,
we definitely know more than you.
We'll see you next episode, folks.